everybody. Welcome to another exciting season of Hazlet Viking football. I'm Andy Hartman along with Dominic Pecora. Tonight, the Vikings take on the Mounties of Jackson Northwest. The Mounties have a new coach this year and a new look with Dick Komar. Dom has some more information on Dick Komar. Dom?
Coach Komar has made it clear to his troops that if the team looks to improve on a 1-8 1998 campaign, then they must have to deal without their loss of the quarterback Jacob Zyla from last year, who led the area in passing in 1997 and 1998.
And for the Vikings, they went to a Cinderella season last year, having to make it to the state finals, where they were unsuccessful against Menominee, however. But this year, Pete Eric takes over the reins, left by Logan Barnhart, and Dom has some more information on Pete.
Well, Andy, Logan did leave some quite big shoes to fill, but I think Peter, with his strong ball control, can really help this offense succeed.
And we'll be right back for the starting kickoff after this word from TV25 Sports.
TV25. Hoorah!
Great! Awesome!
Crazy!
Wow!
Good evening, folks, and welcome to another exciting season of Hazlet Viking football, where tonight your Vikings will take on the Northwest Mounties of Jackson Northwest. I'm Andy Hartman, along with my tag team partner, Dominic Pecora.
Hello.
And we're going to go down on the field now with Lawton. Lawton?
Thanks, Andy, and welcome to another season of Hazlet Viking football. The Vikings are coming off a 12-1 season last year, only loss coming at the Pontiac Silverdome in the state championship final game. Tonight, the Vikings want to continue to do what they did last year, keep good team composure, a good solid running game, and that heart of steel that brought them so much success in the 98 campaign. As for the Mounties, they're coming off a 1-8 season. New coach Dick Komar says earlier tonight, he's dealing with a very young and inexperienced team, and if his team wants to beat the Vikings here tonight at home, there's no room for mistakes. Now back up to you guys.
Cool.
That was quick. I was like, whoa!
Well, we're possibly looking at a new kind of Viking offense this year, although they will stay with the wing T. Coach O has said repeatedly that they might try to utilize Nick Shibley's arm a little bit more, open up the game, keep the defense on its toes.
That's true, Dom, but also can't forget that dangerous Hazlet running attack, though. This year led by Peter Eric this year. You know, he's got some big shoes to fill, but I think he's going to do quite nicely.
Well, he'll be backed up with Adam Hinman, also a junior, and Chris Boyce in the backfield.
I think they're going to have a very balanced running attack this year.
As the Mounties circle towards the end zone.
We have about 2 minutes and 29 seconds before the kickoff here.
There was rain throughout the week in Hazlet, but the sun has seemed to dry up the conditions. Should be a pretty good field tonight.
Vikings, you know, they did very well last year, Dom. You know, as Lawton said, reaching the state finals. You know,
yes.
Do you think they're going to be able to keep the momentum up this year?
Well, I think they're really going to need Peter Eric to carry the load this year. I mean, he had Mark Trotter and he had Steve Shepard and Logan Barnhart obviously last year, and a lot of pressure on Peter Eric, but I think he can handle it. He's a good back.
And what about Nick Shibley, though, Dom? I mean, he seems, you know, last year he didn't throw a whole lot. Do you think he's capable of, you know, showing some full potential, you know?
Well, he threw only 48 passes last year, and you really can't tell a quarterback's arm strength from just that. But he made the pass when he needed to make the pass, and that's all you can say for him. Coach O said if he wanted to, Nick Shibley could throw for 300 yards a game, easy. But remains to be seen what Coach O is planning to do with the offense this year.
And we're just we're introducing the players, and we're getting ready to start. A lot of wonderful
Viking faithful packing it in here tonight.
Yeah, this is great. You know, school hasn't even started, and we got a full house tonight.
Well, the thing about the wing T, though, is, Andy, it really lends itself to the running game with the 40 and the 20 option. But there are plays available for Nick Shibley that he's not. We had Andy Miller a few years ago, who was an option quarterback, but Nick's not really that style. More of a kind of gun over the middle, slant passing quarterback. But I think he can fare well if Coach O gives him the opportunity, which I think he will.
And we're just about to start. We got about 45 seconds left here to go. Nice shot of the referees down there on the field.
Northwest last year did have, or one thing Northwest is looking forward to this year is Jake Markell, rather. They're going to rely basically on a running game to beat the Hazlitt defense. They had Jacob Zyla, who did lead the area in passing the last 2 consecutive seasons, but he is gone now, and Andy Volk and Matt Powell will be receiving.
Now we're going to go down to Lawton with 2 students. Lawton?
Thanks, Andy. I'm down here with 2 seniors, Jacob and Brent. How you guys doing tonight?
We're doing great. How about you?
I'm doing real good. How excited are you guys about this season of football?
We're pumped. We're really excited for this season.
And what's the outlook for the game tonight? What do you think is going to happen?
Definite win.
Definite win? What do you think? Jackson Northwest doesn't have the skills to beat the Hazlitt Vikings tonight?
They're coming off a 1-8 season. I'd say they probably don't have a chance, really.
And you guys expect to be in the playoffs again this year?
Oh, yeah. I think we should definitely win the league again and definitely put forth a good effort in the playoffs, maybe make it to the state championship game again.
All right. Thanks a lot, fellas. We'll send it back up to you guys.
Thank you, Lawton. Thanks, Lawton.
And
here come the Vikes.
Here come the Vikes.
Hard steel banner, cheerleaders holding up for the team.
Coach Odlewski looks like he's really got his guys ready to go tonight. You know, they seem pretty intense, you know.
Most definitely. Here they come.
Here they come. They look very pumped tonight, Don.
Oh, yeah. They tumble at the 45-yard line. I'm really anxious to see if Jackson's got defense. I don't know how they're going to control Peter Eric.
Yeah,
It's unbelievable. He's gained about 35 pounds of pure muscle since last season, and he looks fit and ready to go.
That's going to be the main thing, I think, for Jackson tonight. You know, they're going to have to focus on stopping Pete.
Their offense is lacking at that. They can't get it done on D. It's going to be a very long night for the Mountie.
And we're just about ready to get underway here. Nice shot of Coach O down there.
Here's as follows. Number 20, junior Joe Hines. Number 34, senior Jake Marco. Number 40, a senior Greg Bannister. Number 44, a senior Dustin Fisk. Number 46, a junior Brian Snell. Number 52, a senior Ben Lintner.
As we said in the introduction, Dick Komar doesn't have a lot of high expectations for his team this year. I mean, they were 1-8 last year, and as you said, a lot of these kids haven't won a game in their football careers at Jackson. Most you can hope for tonight is that they all can contribute in some fashion or form to work as a team and win the game. Yeah, at least I think moral victories are available for them. I mean, they've lost a lot of people from what they did have.
But the thing though about those types of kids, Dom, even though they haven't won, they're always hungry. Those kind of kids, they want to win. They like the feeling of winning.
Winning's a special thing for them.
Winning is definitely a special thing, and they have a very tough task tonight.
85, which is a change from the program, wearing number 85.
And we're getting ready here for the kickoff. Looks like Jackson's going to receive.
I think Hazlitt did defer to the second half, Andy.
Number 58, a senior, Calvin Myers. Number 57, a junior, Steve Bellish. Number 56, a senior, Stu Lua. Number 52, a junior, Jeremy Vassaro. Number 50, a senior, Ben Brooks. Number 40, a senior, Ryan Walker. Number 30, a senior, Ben Murray.
Losing Derek Johnson and Mark Stocker from last year's defense, among others like Jimmy Mulholland. How do you see the defense faring this year, Andy?
Even though with those key losses, Dom, I still think, though, I mean, Nathan Cahill was a huge factor last year to the defense. But I think, with the likes of Alex Williams and Ryan Walker still in the backfield, I think this defense, is not, it's just about the same caliber as last year.
Here we go.
And here we go with the kickoff. Kicks it off deep. Number 88 receives it. He's running up the side. He's got a little running room. He's brought down out of bounds
Nice pursuit.
by number 30, Ben Murray. It'll bring up first down for the Mounties on their own 40-yard line.
Tackled by number 44, Mark Hopwood. The ball will be marked at the 25-yard line. First down.
Jackson comes up to the ball. Quarterback, you know, he's lined up behind the ball.
Joe Kutcha.
Snap, hands it off. It's a pass. 17 looking to throw. He's brought
Nice
down.
tackle.
Nice
Wayne
tackle.
Butler with the sack there on Joe Kutcha.
You know,
that
that's
receiver streaking upfield, could not get the ball off. Nice pursuit by Butler there.
seems like same thing last year. You know, Wayne was, you know, he was a great defensive help last year, and looks like he wants to keep it early going.
Wayne Butler.
Bring up second down and
At about the 19-yard line.
second about 10,
Second and 16.
16 on the
17.
Mounties' own 18-yard line.
Butler broke in there rather easily here.
Kucha under set. He looks like he's man in motion. Trying to draw the Vikings off sides. Snaps the ball, handoff. Number 34. He's
There's
running.
Markel.
He's got some nice room, and that's the man they're going to have to learn to stop, Dom.
Yes, Markel did break there for about 6 yards.
Aaron Walker tackling Drake Margot.
Gonna bring up about third and
Third and around 7.
third and 7.
The ball's going to be marked at the 20.
Nice run there by Markel. I think that's the 28 toss he was talking about.
And that's one of
That is his favorite play.
That-
where he
yeah,
gets
that's-
this more running room. He gets to build up his speed a bit.
definitely one of their favorite weapons right there is the 28 toss.
I think you're going to see Kutcha try to air it out here, third and long, try to catch it. Viking defense
Kutcha
sleeping.
snaps it. Looking to
What happened?
option. There it is.
Oh,
Oh, there's a fumble.
Vikings
Dom got it. Vikings got it. Looks like it was number
That's
52,
Piscato.
Jeremy Piscato on the fumble recovery, and the Vikings are going to take
Vikings
over.
will take over deep in the Northwest Mounties territory here.
Tough break there already in the early
Yeah.
going.
But question the play calling there. Vikings were in top pursuit of that option play.
So now we're going to see the first, what Pete Eric can do basically, you know, by himself, you
Yes.
know, taking over, filling those shoes of Logan Barnhart. You see what he's capable of this year, you know, being the top guy. Shibley hands it off to Pete. No,
That's Murray.
it's Murray. Ben Murray gets a nice run there.
About 7 yards there. Nice run by Murray.
Down to the 21-yard line.
I'd be surprised if we didn't see Shibley take a shot at the end zone here. This is a surprise to Jackson. Take a look at the replay
Take a
here
look here at the replay here.
of the fumble.
On the fumble here,
Flip was good by Kutcha, but
he just
Markel was not able to hold on, and he was taken out of the play by Wayne Butler, and Piscato just jumped on it. Nice play by Piscato.
Right.
Second and 4
we got
here.
about 2nd and 4 now here. Shibley under center. Trying to draw the defense off sides, and
and he
there's a
did.
flag.
Nice hard count by Shibley there.
Looks like we have offsides on the D.
I'd be very surprised if we jumped there. It looked more like an offside. Yes, it is.
It is on Jackson. So that'll be a first
That
down
was
for the Vikes.
First down by penalty, takes the ball down to the 16-yard line.
Coach Otluski liking the hard count by Nick Shibley. Clock running.
Shibes, you know, I think he really does have the potential to be a passing quarterback, you know,
Yes,
Dom.
he does.
There's a handoff to Pete. And gets
Rumbles
about, rumbles about for about 3-4 yard gain.
Peter Ayres. Down to about the 13, 12.
So it brings up about
Adam Hinman checks into the game.
Second and 7.
Junior running back.
2nd and 10 now for the Vikes on Jackson's 13.
Lining up to the right of Eric.
Shibley looking the line over. Going for the hard count again, trying to draw the defense off sides. There's a handoff. He breaks free, and he's in. Touchdown, Vikings.
Run by Hinman.
Adam Hinman just busted through that line, Dom, and he was gone.
Nice fake by Shibley as the Vikings get on the scoreboard first. Way to cut up the middle by Adam Hinman.
You have to give credit, too, to that offensive line. Great blocking downfield.
Right,
to open
got
that
right
hole
up the
up.
line very quickly. The Vikings take a 6-0 lead. And J.J. Danhoff will attempt the extra point.
JJ set to kick, kicks down, it's up, and it's
It is
good. So with 9 minutes to go, the Vikings lead.
We're going to take a look at a replay here of the touchdown run by Adam Hinman on his first varsity carry. Hard count by Shibley. He fakes it and hands it off to Hinman, fakes the rollout, rumbles in the end zone.
Great play. So
Excellent.
with 9 minutes to go, your Vikings lead the Mounties 7-0. And that was just great play call, too, by Otluski, too.
Definitely. A characteristic of the Hazlet Viking team last year was always seeming to get on the scoreboard first. And first game right here, they capitalized on a turnover right off the bat, punch it in the end zone. Excellent work.
Shout out Coach O, is trying to keep his guys pumped. Even though they have the easy score, I'm pretty sure Otluski wants more.
Excellent blocking on the play by Peter Ehrig as well.
Get set here for Jackson to receive the kick.
Mounties looking for a spark here. Maybe a big return would do the trick. Don't seem too sure on the offensive side of the ball. Let's see what they can do. Stanhoff gets ready to kick.
And here we go. JJ getting ready to kick. Kicks it deep.
Nice
It's going to
kick.
be returned by number 88. Comes up. He's got a nice block. He's got.
For Sharp.
Oh, he's brought down by.
Nice pursuit by Alex Williams, along with Peter Ehrig on the tackle.
He seemed like he had a nice little blocking wall there for a
Sharp
moment.
had a
Dom.
seam for a second, but it was really closed up quickly by the Vikings.
That's also characteristics of the Vikings. They close those gaps very quickly,
Yeah.
and that.
You don't see too many missed tackles with this
No,
team.
you don't.
First down. First down for Jackson at the 23.
So it'll bring up first down for the Mounties on their own 23. And I wonder, exactly how they're going to be able to get this team going. Kucha behind center, looking to snap. Hands it off to number 40.
Greg Bannister on the carry.
He rumbles for a few yards.
Get about 2.5 there, possibly 3.
Greg Bannister, tackle on the play by Ben Murray.
Vikings not willing to give up too much on the ground here early tonight.
6-yard line.
So Peter Ehrig checks out of the game briefly. Five up front for the Vikings.
Kucha snaps, hands it off to Markel again. He's going to be the one who's going to be seeing a lot of the carries the game, and he's the one who's going to be hurting the Vikings.
Right into the middle of that defensive line. Takes it third down and ball at the...
Jackson has run more of a passing style of offense in the past. Of course, they had Jacob Zyla then, who led the area twice, 2 years in a row. But I'm anxious to see. I'm anxious to see what Kucha has. I'm anxious to see what Kucha has tonight in the air. We haven't seen him. We've seen him on a couple pitches and options, but big shoes to fill in Jacob Zyla.
Brings up third down and 6 now for Kucha. I wouldn't be surprised if he looks to throw here on 3rd and 6. Oh, there's the throw. Rolls out the throw. So, there he is again. There's Markel again. He gains about 3 or 4 yards, and it's going to be close to the first down.
Initial contact there made by Ryan Walker. A couple of other Vikings had help with the tackle, and he ended up rumbling forward for about 2 more. Good. Bring up a 4th and short, excuse me.
Looks like they're going to be short, and looks like they may have to punt here, Dom.
I don't really think it's decision time yet for Dick Comer. I think he knows his team's down 7 points already. Doesn't want to give Hazlet another possession deep in their zone. I'd be very surprised if he went for it here. Take a look at the replay there as Kucha fires his first pass of the game.
Great pass to Markel.
Caught by number 34, Jake Markel, and he's able to power forward for a couple of extra yards.
Thing about Markel,
And it looks like they're going for it.
He's one of those powerful backs, after
4th and 1.
He keeps hitting.
Defense time for the Vikings here.
Kucha trying to dry him off sides. Hands it off, not to Markel, but number 40, and he is stopped, and I don't think they got it.
I don't know if he got it.
Larry stopped.
They're going to measure for this one, Andy, I do believe.
Oh,
was
they
Greg
gave
Bannister.
it to him. That's
Oh,
a
they gave
first
him the
down
first
for
down.
Jackson.
Nice job by Greg Bannister to lunge forward, get the extra few inches.
Vikings just couldn't close that hole up quickly enough.
Down for Jackson at their own 35.
So bring up first and 10 now for the Mounties on their own 35, and they're starting to move the ball a little bit here, Dom.
Big play there for Kucha and his Mounties. Really get him on track, get a first down.
There's a handoff to Markel again. He gets about 1. He gains probably about 2 yards there on the run, would you say, Dom?
Yeah, about a yard there.
And now we're going to go down to Lawton with Mrs. Shabley, Nick Shabley's mom. Lawton?
Down here on the field with Luann Shabley, the proud mother of quarterback defensive back Nick Shabley. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great.
Great. Now, mother knows best. How is her son feeling tonight?
Well, I tried to get a hold of him for about 2 hours this afternoon, and every time I called, he was sleeping. So I guess he's doing great.
Now, what are his intentions this year? I know he was a big integral part of the season last year that brought the team all the way to the Silverdome. What do you think his intentions are for this season?
I think his intention is to bring a new part to his game, along with the rest of the team and the coaching staff, and maybe bring a little bit more of the air game into Hazlet.
And finally, what are the Shabley family predictions for the Hazlet Viking season this year?
We're very optimistic.
Good deal. Once again, we'll send it back up to Andy and Dominic.
Thank you, Lawton. Jackson forced to call timeout as there was some confusion with Comer and his quarterback Kucha. Vikings hanging tough here on defense, having submitted to the fourth and short.
I'm glad Nick was sleeping. You know, he does most of the work too. I mean,
he needs his rest for tonight. It's
yes, he does.
A little hot out. Players rejuvenating there on the field with some water.
Nice shot of Coach P down there trying to keep his defensive guys, you know, going. Coach P is a very intense coach, wouldn't you say, Dom?
Oh, I would definitely agree with that. See Peter Erig's on defensive line now, having put on all the muscle from last year. Just an all-around athlete, Peter Erig, great player.
So now we have 2nd and 10 now, again.
No gain there for Markel, I guess, on the first down carry.
Kucha looking to draw the Vikings offside. He likes to do that hard count. There's a handoff to number
Bannister.
40, Bannister. He rumbles for about 5 yards or so.
Anderson has some legs. I'm impressed with him so far. Has some nice runs.
Be about 3rd and 5 now for the Mounties on their own 40-yard line.
Be surprised to see if they don't go to Markel on a sweep possibly here, unless you feel confident in Kucha to test out his arm this early in the game. Mounties get to the line here. Erig lining up with 5 up front here.
Kucha snaps the ball and fakes the handoff. He's looking to throw. He's going to the air. He throws it up for grabs.
Oh, nearly picked off by Alex Williams.
Just through his hands. Great defensive effort.
And he tried to keep his toes in balance there and he couldn't concentrate on both things at once. But excellent effort by Alex Williams and great pursuit by the Vikings to force the bad pass by Joe Kucha.
Even though Alex couldn't come up with the pass, he made a great effort to knock the ball down because that would have been a huge gain for the Mounties.
Most definitely. 4th down here, I don't think Dick Comer is going to mess around on 4th down here. I think he will punt the ball, and indeed he is.
And number 28, Alex Williams, is deep for the Vikings. Oh, there's a timeout on the field.
That's a timeout for the Vikings. Here, Ryan Walker just asked who's on punt return. I think there's a little confusion in the roster setup for the Vikings there. Coach O cannot be pleased about that.
That's one thing also about Coach O. He's a very intense man.
He is intense.
He likes to win.
I mean, you do your job and give it all. I love you, but if you're going to mess around, I just want you on the team. And that's a good football coach. That's why Charlie Andluski is embraced by many around Hazlet.
That's a nice shot of the crowd trying to get him warmed up there.
Standing student section as we see Jake Lathrop leading the cheers.
Jake's a good guy, isn't he?
Yes, Jake is good. Vikings seem to have everything straightened out there. Coach Ford, I'm sure, had a few nice words to say about the confusion on the punt return.
I don't think they were nice words, though. So it brings up fourth down still, and Alex Williams is back deep to receive the punt.
Williams a threat. You better watch out here if you're Jackson.
Number 11, Corey Kearns back to punt. Gets the kick off. He gets it up in the air. That's a nice, pretty good kick. Alex has got to move back for it.
Nice high kick.
Makes a nice catch. Oh, that's a nice block. He's got a little room. But
I
he's
think we got a clip in the backfield.
There's some flags on the field.
Clip in the backfield.
Otluski cannot be too happy about that. That was a great return by Alex, and they're going to bring it all the way back.
What's frustrating about that, Andy, that clip was really not necessary. I mean, Alex Williams was a good 5 to 7 yards ahead of the play anyway, and I don't think that the Mountie man would have caught him.
That's going to hurt us, too, because that was a great advantage for the Vikings. They were at midfield.
That's going to take them back about 15 from the spot of the foul, if I'm not mistaken. Legal block, yes.
Having a little conference on the field, making sure they want to bring it back.
The offense gathering in the huddle here for the Vikings. They're going to be pushed back deep in their own territory. So a long way to go here for Shively and his Vikings if they plan to get a score off this possession.
That's going to be a first down, though, still for the Vikings. First down on their own 12. That's not going to be too good. They're deep in their own territory.
A lot of field ahead. A lot of good players to move along that field. 3-back set.
Shive looks to hand off. Hands it off. He's looking to throw. He's got a man open. He's off and running. He's got one guy to beat. Oh, but he's brought down, but great pass. That caught the Mounties off guard, going to the air.
Excellent pass, excellent catch. I think the ref might have missed a possible face mask there on Ryan Walker. I could be wrong. But excellent play. It's a huge gain for the Vikings. Takes him right deep into Mountie territory. Nice call by Charlie Otluski.
And just when you thought you would never see it, Dom, he pulls out his bag of tricks.
Vikings quick to the line here.
Shively looking to snap here, trying to draw him off again with hard count.
It's Eric.
There's a handoff to Pete, and he's met right at the line by a host of Mounties.
Took about 3 guys to take down Peter there. It's a nice 2-yard run. Bring up about a 2nd and 8.
Gain of a couple. Takes the ball down to the 33-yard line, 2nd and 8.
Vikings getting to the line here. 3-back set once again. Hinman to the right of Eric. Murray to the left.
Oh, could have been a jump right there, but they don't call it. Hands it off to Adam Hinman, who's been running really well for a junior. You know,
Hinman's the lone scorer of the game here tonight. He's running with a junior back so far tonight.
He's running very hard.
Yes, he is. It's Ryan Walker and Chris Boyce check into the game.
Brings about 3rd and 6 now for the Vikings on their 30-yard line.
A little bit out of Dan Hoff's range here. It'd be nice to see him pick up a first down. Port looks on anxiously. Shively to the line.
Hands it off. He's got some blockers. Oh,
Ben Murray there.
Ben Murray, but he's brought down by, there he is. He does it on defense too as well.
Yeah,
there's
Markel, nice tackle. Grabbed the collar of Murray, pulled him down. Excellent play. Bring up a 4th down for the Vikings here. Decision time for Coach Otluski right here. As Adam Hinman checks back into the game.
It'll be about 4th and 3 now. Makes me wonder if Otluski will go to the air again, Dom.
Actually, I think Coach O is going to run some kind of sweep here today. That's just a gut reaction, but we'll see what happens here. I'm sure Shively will try the hard count here. Try to get the free first down.
No, it's a sweep. Shively, he's got room. He's got a nice block. Great run by Shively.
Good call, Coach Otluski. Shively with an excellent fake to Hinman. Kept it himself, went around. Brought down by 3 Mounties there.
And a great block by Jeremy Piscato, lead block.
Yes, it was. First down here for the Vikings.
Alex Williams checks into the game real quick for Adam Hinman.
Take a look at the replay there on the 4th down. See Shibe with an excellent fake to Hinman. Got the Mounties off foot, and he kept it on the keeper and rumbled forward to about the 13-yard line, 14-yard line, rather. Two-back set here for the Vikings.
Williams in motion, looking to throw here. Shibes. He aired it out to Walker. Oh,
just over his
just
head there.
over his head.
It's a nice call, though, by Coach Otluski.
That'll bring up about 2nd down now and 10.
A little uncharacteristic, passing on 1st down. Like that kind of element of surprise. Vikings huddle up here. 2nd down and 10.
Well, let's see if the Vikings can put it in on this play, Dom. Shibes lines up. Trying to draw the Mounties again off sides. Hands it off. Boyce, and that's a nice run.
Nice run by Boyce inside the 5. Close to a Viking 1st down.
I think it's going to be about a 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 3 now, Dom. Great run by Boyce, though.
Yes, it was.
And he's someone else who's going to be emerged this year, too.
Well, there's always been a surplus of running backs here for Hazlitt, but I think Chris Boyce has a legitimate shot to make a name for himself here on the Viking team this year. He's got excellent strength, as you saw right there. Took a couple men with him down there to the 4-yard line. 3rd and 1 here. Let's see what we can do.
Hands it off to Inman again, and
Inman, is he in? Awful close.
Awful close, but I think he did get that 1st down, though.
Yeah. Looking so 1st and goal here from about the 1.
1st and goal on the 1 for the Vikings.
Vikings looking to punch it in here, give themselves a 2-possession lead. Minute left here in the 1st quarter, Andy.
I think right now the Vikings, both sides are playing, they're playing pretty decent, but I think right now the Vikings are just taking it to Jackson more.
Well, you got experience, and then you got young guys with a new coach, learning a new system, obviously.
Shibes on the rollout to throw. He's got Walker. Touchdown, nice. Vikings.
Shibley with 2 options there. Found Ryan Walker in the back of the end zone for 6 points. Vikings lead 13-0. Excellent job by Nick Shibley. Viking offense rumbles through again. They take a 13-point lead here in the 1st quarter as Dan Hoff will attempt to make it 14.
That was just great. Another element of surprise there for Charlie Otluski again.
Well, he was not lying when he said he was going to use Shibley's arm a little bit more, and he has so far, Andy.
JJ lines up here for the extra point attempt.
Walker will be holding.
Kick is up, and it's good.
It is good. Take a look at the replay here on Ryan Walker's touchdown. Play action to Murray. Finds Walker along with Chris Boyce in the end zone. Excellent play. Good call by Coach Otluski. Vikings lead 14-0 here in the 1st quarter.
About that pass, too, also, he did have 2 options there, Dom. He had Chris Boyce, too. I don't know what happened there with Jackson. They just
I think what
confused.
happened there, Chris Boyce looked a little bit turned around. It would have been more difficult for him to make the catch, and Walker had his footing, was on, eyes were on Shibley the whole time, and 1, 2, 3, just like that. Vikings going through the steps so far here tonight.
They're doing
everything with relatively easy.
They're doing everything right, Dom. So the Mounties get ready here to return JJ's kick.
Defense prepping on the sidelines, getting ready to go back out there for another series. As we see number 80.
There's a shot of
Powell back to return, along with number 88, Chris Sharp.
A shot of Nick Shively and
to the right, Joe Hine.
Talking with Calvin Myers.
Myers obviously congratulating him for the excellent drive. Nick Shively, 2 key passes. Led to a Viking score.
JJ set here to kick and kicks it off deep.
Nice kick, JJ.
To number 88, Chris Sharp.
Sharp's got some speed.
He's got some blocking, but he's brought down quickly by.
It's like a pit, Andy. The Vikings
by number 44, Mark Hopwood.
Circle around, and there's no way to get out of them. They're just unbelievable in their pursuit, and they don't let go. Very good special.
Very good observation there, Dom. So the ball's going to be marked on the 21-yard line for the Mounties, and they really need to get something to they need to really get a spark. They need to get going here. Down 14-0 already.
Can't blame Joe Kucha so far. It's his first game as quarterback. He's doing his best. He's 1 for 2 passing, and see what he can do here. I'm not really sure what's going through Dick Comar's mind right now. If he wants to try to establish a running game or go deep.
Oh, there's a handoff to
Bannister.
him. Bannister again. That's a nice run.
I am really impressed with this guy tonight. Bannister.
He gets about
running up the gut here.
8 yards there on that run. Nice run by Bannister.
Markel's the highly touted guy, but so far Greg Bannister's been getting the job done very well for them tonight. Be closing in the final 10 seconds of the first quarter.
I think they're just going to let the clock run out here, Dom, and
might try for one more play. Let's see.
I don't know if they're going to be able to get it off
I
here.
see the clock, so I think our time's going to run out.
And it does.
Excellent quarter for the Vikings.
That's the end of the first quarter with your Hazlet Vikings 14 and the Northwest Mounties nothing.
Both sides of the ball incredible there in the first quarter, Andy. Got to hand it to Hazlet.
But also the big plays though also was the 2 passes.
Yes. Well, using Nick Shiley in this offense makes it so much more valuable.
But also the one thing that the Mounties do have going for them right now is Greg Bannister. He is just doing it all right now.
Bannister.
I'm very impressed with him.
Yes, I am, Andy. Well, Komar is a smart man, and obviously he's seeing Bannister as we are. He might get more carries as we go deeper into this game, especially if this game proceeds like this and gets out of hand. Just as kind of a prep for weeks to come. Because if you got Markel, who hasn't even begun to shine yet tonight, and the team switch sides of the field.
Ready here for the start of the second quarter. Kucha comes to the line now.
Mark Hopwood in at corner.
Hard count. Looking to throw. Markel's got enough. There he is.
That's Andy Volk, senior receiver.
That's a nice pass, and that's going to be a big first down there for Jackson.
Squeeze through the Hazlet defense.
Coach Pork.
Dump pass by Kucha. Fine job by the first-year quarterback.
That cannot be good for Coach Port. He's not too happy right now. Bring up first down now for Northwest on Hazlet's 46.
Nice job to penetrate into Hazlet's territory. Northwest getting to the line here. 2-back set.
Kucha trying to draw the Vikings offside with a hard count.
Kucha does love that hard count as Markel gets the carry. I'm sorry, Bannister, rather.
Greg Bannister. Let's give the defense right tackle.
That was just Jackson's second first down of the night on that first down pass.
2nd and 8. Ball at the 44.
And we're going to go down to Lawton with the cheerleaders. Lawton?
Thanks, Andy. I'm standing out on the side of the field with Rashay Cayley and the rest of the Hazlet cheerleaders. One thing I want to ask you guys are jumping around on the sidelines. What kind of preparation does it take to do something like that?
We work all summer long, and we do the same thing that all the other sports do, but we work really hard. It's a lot of fun.
Specifically, what do you guys do like that all the other high schools do?
We run, we do plyos, we do push-ups, sit-ups, we go to camp. It's a lot of fun.
And do you guys want to show us how excited you are about this Hazlet 1999 football season?
We saw the Hazlet cheerleaders there. Excited about another 1999 season here.
Just a little excited. Nothing too big. So brings up now 3rd and 11 now on Vikings 47.
There's a nice tackle there on the last play by Brandon Dutcher for a 3-yard loss.
Now let's see what
3rd and long here for Kucha.
And let's see what he pulls out now.
See what Comer's got under his sleeve.
Oh, kind of a little delayed, and it's batted away.
No play here.
Great rush by Wayne Butler to tip it away, and it's going to bring up a 4th down now for the Mounties.
In Viking territory, but still too early here. It's a 2-possession game. I don't think they're going to be panicking and throwing the ball long yet. Smart move here by Dick Komar. I think he's going to try to take a look at the replay here by Kucha. Takes the snap. on the hard count and just batted away by, I believe it was Wayne Butler. Nice play by Butler. Forces the punt here. I believe they'll try to pooch it down in Hazlet territory as Alex Williams looking for another solid return, hopefully with no illegal blocks.
Kick away by Corey Kearns.
Kicks
And
it away from Williams.
Alex runs after it, though, and he's got some blocking, but he's got...
Direction.
Oh, nice move. Oh, he's still on his feet. And he's brought down by number 46.
Nice moves by Alex Williams.
Brian Snell. Nice moves by Alex, but
something out of nothing there. Reverses direction, had 3 guys on him, somehow squirmed out of it and gained another 5-6 yards. Excellent work by Williams.
Great attempt. Just wasn't fast enough to break away, though.
Not quite.
So Vikings will take over on their own 25-yard line.
Take a look at the replay by Williams here. As he reverses direction, you see that would be number 64, Andy Carpenter missing the tackle. Finally dragged down by number 46, Brian Snell.
That was a great run by Alex. You know, he almost had it there, you know, but he just needed a couple extra blocks to get downfield.
Yes.
And it's going to bring up 2nd and 8 now for the Vikes. Ball at their own 27-yard line. Let's see if Charlie Outluski pulls out one of those passing tricks again, Dom.
Maybe. 2-back set here. Murray in motion.
Tries to draw some offsides. There's a handoff to Pete. Nice run for a couple.
Such a powerful back. Rumbles for about 5.
Great run there by Pete.
Set up about 3rd and 4 yards here to go.
3rd down, 34. Ball to 32.
Shibes comes up, looks the defense over a little bit. 3-back set.
It's Murray. Oh.
No, it's Adam Hinman. He gets a nice run. He's been running great.
Hinman is impressive tonight.
Great run.
Great first game.
Picks up a first down. And he's
going to find himself a nice spot behind Nick Shively here.
Yes, he is.
Continues that running. Take a look at the replay there on the first down run by junior Adam Hinman. Fine fake by Shively to Murray. And Hinman broke free for about 12 yards.
There's
no extracurriculars after the play there.
There's a timeout on the field. Vikings are moving the ball nicely here in the 2nd quarter.
You gotta wonder what Coach Comer is telling his team right now. I mean, no moral victories here. They can't seem to shut down the Viking offense so far here tonight.
So far, though, Dom, you know, him being a first-year coach, I think he's doing an okay job right now. I mean,
well, he seems to be keying on Peter Ehrig immensely, and Pete still managed to get quite a few yards here so far tonight. And they're going to Hinman. Hinman's able to pick up the first down, so a lot of options here for Hazlet. Not to mention the passing game that got us the touchdown earlier on.
Which also has surprised me a lot, too. You know, I would not think Charlie Outluski would be going so easily and so quickly to the pass, but
sure.
It's been helping him.
Well, that's been kind of the reputation it has as a running, grinding out, kind of clock-control football team.
Right.
And although that's the way he believes football should be played, he's obviously open to other things, which he's shown so far here tonight. And it's worked immensely.
So it brings up first down for the Vikings on the 47-yard line. Nice shot of Coach O.
Discussing the plays upstairs. Shively under center here.
There's Alex in motion. He's looking to throw. Airs it out. He's got Walker. Nice catch. Oh, great. And he spins away. Wow, there's that passing game, and it's hurting him right now. Great catch by Walker.
Unbelievable hands on Ryan Walker. Not the tallest receiver, but it comes to hands. Let's get a replay on that. Ryan Walker, unbelievable. Another big gain for the Vikings as Shively airs out a perfect spiral. He beats number 20, Joe Hine, on the play. Comes down with the ball. Excellent play by Ryan Walker.
That was a
very impressive.
Huge gain for the Vikes, too.
Vikings find themselves near the red zone here. Moving the ball at will.
They'll be on Jackson's 22-yard line now.
3-back set.
Shibley looking to option it. Pitches it away and fumbles the ball.
Good job by Boyce.
Boyce covers it, but he is slammed right as he catches the ball.
Smart play by Boyce. Didn't try to pick it up and try to run with it. Took the loss. Good play by Chris Boyce.
And Markel was there again. He's being everywhere tonight. Not really an offensive threat, though, right now. He's more of a defensive threat, I'd have to say.
He is playing fine on the defensive side of the ball as well, Andy. As Boyce checks out of the game, good play by Chris Boyce there. Those kind of little things go unnoticed often in the game. Falling on the ball there. You possibly prevent Jackson from a score. They pick that up.
So now it's going to be 2nd and 18 now on the Vikings 30-yard line. And we'll see if they'll look to throw again. I mean, it's...
As Alex Williams looks on.
There it is. He's throwing. Walker nice
again.
catch. He is just everywhere. He's got some great hands.
Ryan Walker imitating Jerry Rice here tonight.
Be,
what is it? Is that his 4th reception, I believe?
I believe so. I think that's his 4th reception of the game so far.
Fine game by Ryan Walker. Get a replay of that. Quick step drop by Shibley. Fires near the sidelines to Walker. Almost barrels over into the red zone. That'll bring up a 3rd and 7 here. 11-yard gain on the play.
Nice run. Or nice pass.
Shibley to Walker so far here tonight.
There's
Eric stop there.
They, I have to agree with you on that, Dom. They seem to be keying on, especially Peter Eric, and he's not getting the big breakaway gains like he usually does. But
you can really only contain Peter Eric for a certain amount of time. It's only a matter of time before, boom, he's gone.
Brings up 4th and 6 down to 17, and we'll see what the Vikings got to do. They might be in field goal range, but I think they may.
They're going to go for it.
They're going to go for it.
Deep in the territory, they got a 14-point lead. No concerns right now. See what Shibley can do here. 3-back set.
Looks to hand it off.
Pete's
got it. No, it is a keeper. Looked like Pete had it for a minute, but I don't think that's going to be enough for a 1st down.
He is close.
Had me fooled. I thought Pete had the ball.
It is not enough for a 1st down. Good try there, though, by the senior quarterback, Shibley.
That'll turn the ball over on Jackson's own 15, and it'll be 1st and 10 for them right there.
Tough break for the Vikings there. Really a chance to possibly put the game away right now. But they don't really have anything to worry about. Their defense is playing fine. You see Peter Eric getting some water. Long drive there.
Great run. Great effort still by Pete.
Oh. Eric is the All-American back.
Brings up.
Brings up the line here.
1st down, and looks like there'll be a timeout on the field.
Got Justin Foote into the game.
And looks like we're having
call here.
Looks like there'll be
confusion on the field
a little confusion. Looks like it'll be a timeout though.
Looks to be. I believe that's a timeout for Jackson, if I'm not mistaken. Each team has used 2 timeouts of their 3 allotted ones here in the 1st half.
Lucinda Clark, I have an important announcement for you. Roll on.
There's a shot of Nick Shibley right down there and taking a knee, taking a breath, you know.
Well, Nick Shibley let us downfield a long way. Fortunately, we were not able as a team to punch it in there at the very end, but nevertheless, fine job by Nick.
And also, you know, even though, you know, with, I won't say, he wasn't really Logan's shadow, but I mean, he was not seen.
Well, Peter Eric was about as valuable to the team last year as Logan Barnhart is. I mean, there was no way that team was going to go 12-0 without Peter Eric in the backfield. And he's the kind of runner, he's got the toughness of a Walter Payton, but yet the kind of Barry Sander-like moves that can elude defenders with ease.
Very true.
Unbelievable player.
Well, let's see what Kucha can get here going. There's number 88, Chris Sharp in the backfield. He's in motion. Kucha hands it off.
Here's
and there's Bannister again.
Bannister.
What a great run. He's
a fine player there.
Greg Bannister, tackle on the play.
Great run there by Bannister.
By Ryan Walker.
Nice blocking there as well by his lead blocker, Andy Carpenter, number 64.
Ball is at the 23.
Mounties looking to mount some kind of offense here.
Oh, it'll be about a 2nd and 2 now for the Mounties.
On their own 23. Let's see what Kucha's got going here. Long count.
Looks like they gave it to Markel, and I don't think he got to.
He's a little bit short, I believe.
I think he lost maybe maybe 1 or 2 yards on that carry down.
It'll be third down. The ball's going to be marked at the 22.
Bring up a 3rd and short here for the Mounties.
Third down.
Well, let's see if the Vikings can keep up their strong defensive effort tonight and see if they can hold them here for the punt.
Big play here for the Vikes. Calvin Myers in at tackle.
Kucha looking to throw. He's got a man open. Nice pass, nice catch.
It's number 82. That's Andy Volk, the senior. First down for the Mounties.
First down.
Nice play. Kucha starting to build a bit of confidence here, Andy.
Nice roll out there by Kucha.
Big 3rd down conversion there for Jackson. First down.
Ball's going to be marked at the 24-yard line. Nope, right at the 25-yard line.
Did he pick it up? My mistake.
Oh,
they were
he must have
short.
been short. I could have sworn he had the first down
I
there.
apologize. We're looking at 4th and short here for Jackson.
Alex is back deep. I don't know what exactly you're going to do here. We're starting to wind down here in the first half.
But
looks like they're going to go for it, Dom.
risky play, but I trust Coach Komar's decision here. I think it's the right one. 3-back set.
Quarterback sneak. Kucha dives forward.
Oh, he's got it.
They got that.
Nice job by Kucha. A lot of strength there.
Nice
first
call.
Down.
That'll be a first down there for the Mounties on.
No, there's a first down for Jackson.
Yeah, on the 28-yard line.
Up to the 28. Nice sneak there.
Kind of caught the Vikings off surprise there a little bit, wouldn't you say?
I think they were possibly expecting the sweep to either Bannister or Markel. See Shibley watching on, anxious to get back out on the field.
Hopwood checks into the game here.
Hopwood in the corner. He will be guarding number 9, Jay Vandercook.
Kucha looking to throw the other way. Oh,
bad throw by Kucha. He's got to set his feet there. He's off balance, trying to throw on off of his left or off of his right foot rather.
That could have been a big gain right there.
He had Andy Volk open, but just he has time there. He's got to realize that. He's got to stop, set, throw. You take the sack, you take the sack. That's the kind of stuff only experience can help.
That is true.
Ryan Walker giving some encouragement to his teammate, number 52, Jeremy Piscato. Covered the fumble earlier on tonight.
Kucha steps up to the line, looking over the Vikings. Sees the D. Vikings looks like they were showing blitz there for a second. Kucha
Give to Bannister,
and he
not
is
much
stopped.
there.
I don't think he got anything, Dom.
That was Butler and Ehrig, and on the pursuit, Ehrig has the ball, but
I think
they're calling
he
it
was
after the
already
play.
down. I think the Viking defense is starting to wear down Jackson's drive now.
Port sending in the signals to his team. Jackson facing a 3rd and long here. A tough play here for Joe Kucha. Take a look at the replay there. So we see some nice pursuit by Wayne Butler and Peter Ehrig through there. Just keeping Bannister, who had been hot so far tonight, nowhere, and actually a loss on the play. Nice job by the Viking defense.
So we got 3rd and 11 now for the Vikings.
Men in motion here. That would be Vandercook and
we got some confusion on the field, and looks like we're going to have a timeout for Jackson.
Timeout Jackson, that's their final one of the half. It's 3 minutes and 13 seconds left here.
Last reminder.
And
forget to think about picking up a hat.
I'm going to have to say
Viking defense doing a nice job here.
At halftime, right here at the door to the press box.
We'll go down to Lawton with Mr. McCaffrey, we'll go down to Lawton with Mr. McCaffrey, the band director. Lawton?
Thanks, Andy. I'm staying down here with band director James McCaffrey. Now, Mr. McCaffrey, we hear the band in the background. They seem to be projecting a lot of excitement from this crowd. How excited are they about this upcoming football season?
Oh, we're really pumped up. We had a great band camp back the first week in August, and they just can't wait to get their uniforms on and get out here just like the football team.
Now, during band camp, what kind of preparation do you do for the upcoming season?
Well, we work from about 8 in the morning till about 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, just working on the show, you know, all the routines that we're going to do for halftime, working on all the music that we do for our halftime and pregame stuff, and all the stuff that we do in the stands.
And does the band director have a prediction for the Hazlet Vikings at the end of the season?
Last time I predicted was when we were in the Silverdome, and I thought we were going to kick some butt, but that didn't happen, so I'm just going to reserve comment. But I know that Coach O's got a great team out on the field, and we're really looking forward to supporting them with the band.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much, Mr. McCaffrey. Now we'll send it back up to Andy and Dominic.
Thank you, Lawton. As Kucha looking on 4th down here, or 3rd down rather. No one there. Kucha again throwing off his wrong foot. Possibly rushed a little bit more that time. Good coverage there by Ryan Walker. Bring up 4th down.
Some great comments by Mr. McCaffrey.
Yes. We don't appreciate the language, right? Just kidding, Mr. McCaffrey.
He is a great one, though. We love Mr. McCaffrey.
So the young one wanders off into the fence.
So we look down at a 4th and a long 11 now.
4th down.
We number 11 Corey Kearns back to punt. Alex Williams back deep for the Vikings.
Well, Jackson's only mounted one solid drive here tonight, Andy, and that one was. Oh, we have a flag on the punt here as Williams gets ready to receive it.
I don't know what happened, Dom. I didn't see that flag. I don't know exactly.
I think we're going to see a false start here on Jackson. Nice return by Williams.
I think they're going to decline it, and it's going to be Vikings ball anyways.
It is on Jackson. Believe it's a false start.
Alex Williams being very smart there. Had really no blocking. He just took as much as they would give him, and then he just ran out of bounds. Great play by Alex Williams.
Yeah. Found the sideline, not before picking up some very valuable yardage for the Vikings as they'll take over about at midfield or thereabouts.
Yes, it looks like they did decline the penalty, though, Dom.
So we've got just under 3 minutes left here in the first half. Vikings leading 14-0.
There's a shot of some future Vikings, hopefully.
Yes. Zach Porritt wearing number 5 there, son of Hazlet coach Rob Porritt, demonstrating his skills for his father.
He could be a good one day here.
Oh, yeah. I see receiver all over that kid. Nate Dogg in the background, the younger brother of Ryan Walker.
He's a great kid, too. Great
Funny
basketball player.
Best water boy around.
Vikings will take over 1st and 10 on 48-yard line with 2:58 left to go here in the first half.
Free back set.
Shibley hands off to Boyce. That's a nice run.
Nice run by Boyce. Picked up about 4 yards.
And also one thing, though, about seems a little different this year. You know, they were more reliable on Logan last year, just handed it off to him. This year, it's more spread around, and I think that's pretty good.
Well, last year you had the 3 backs. You had Logan Barnhart, Steve Shepard, and Peter Ehrig. And Logan, although got a majority of the plays, this year it's basically Peter Ehrig, and he's got a good supporting cast around him with Adam Hinman and Chris Boyce. So different faces, but I believe the same level of talent and intensity.
Oh yeah, especially Adam Hinman. You know, being only a junior, you know, and starting.
Yes.
That's very good for him.
And very impressive touchdown earlier.
Very
good
impressive.
runs up here towards midfield. So the Vikings spend their final time out of the halftime with 2:42 left here. Players take a breather with some water as Coach O gives instruction.
There's a shot of Nate Turner down there in the field. Great water boy.
So Adam Hinman will check out of the game here.
And there's a shot of Jackson and his
Coach Komar giving some instruction to his clan.
Coach Komar, you know,
probably.
As you said earlier, was a CFL coach.
Yes, he did have some experience in the CFL, I believe, as an offensive coordinator, if I'm not mistaken.
There's Alex Williams. You know, doesn't look too happy right now, but
he's played a fine game tonight.
Played a good game, and they're up by 2 touchdowns.
Shibley gets under center here with a 3-back set. 2nd down and 6.
Looking to throw. Oh, he's got someone deep. He's got Boyce open. Oh, just overthrew him.
1 more yard shorter, and we're looking at 6 points for the Vikings there.
Great composure by Shibley, using that weapon of his again this year.
Excellent at the fakes and hiding the ball. That's the trait of the Hazlet offense.
But Boyce just couldn't get there, and we bring up 3rd and 6 now for the Vikings.
Fine job, though, by Chris Boyce to elude the defender. He was wide open. Just take a look at a replay there. excellent fake by Shibley.
He had all time to throw, Dom.
He did have a lot of time. Great blocking by the O-line. Boyce just short of the ball. Fine play on both sides by Shibley and Boyce.
Looks like Shibley's going to throw again. Oh, just overthrows Jeff Thalen.
Two consecutive passing plays by the Vikings. Both of them just a tad over the heads of the receivers.
Something very unconventional, too, by Otluski, too. I mean, how often do you see two passing plays like that in a row?
True, very true. As it brings up 4th and 6 here, looks like the Vikings are going to go for it.
Yeah.
Just inside Jackson Northwest territory.
Shibley going with the hard count here. Looking to throw one more time. He's got someone open this time. Boyce hits him in the hands and just couldn't hold on.
Chris Boyce. Would have been a first down.
Boyce just couldn't hold on. That was a great pass.
Well, number 34, Josh Markell, was coming right in on Boyce.
Yes, very true, but great attempt by Boyce, too.
Nice composure by Shibley. Boyce just unable to hang on.
Now that'll turn the ball over.
Sometimes, Andy, when you got that defensive back coming right towards you, it's very tough to concentrate on the ball. Tough break for Boyce. We'll get him next time.
He'll have many more opportunities, though. He's nothing to be
fine player, Chris Boyce.
Ashamed of.
Take a replay at that. Shibley with about a 3-step drop. Plenty of time again, just off the left or the right pad of Chris Boyce. Tough break for the senior.
So the Mounties will take over here, 1st and 10 on the 48-yard line with 2:26 to go here in the first half. Your Vikings leading 14-0. Kucha.
5 men on the line here for the Vikings.
He's got some heavy rush.
He's getting rushed.
He gets sacked. Oh, he's planted in the backfield by 56, Stu Gliwa.
Stefan Gliwa got a hold of his legs and was finished off by number 55, John Wickstrom.
Great tackle by Stu. That should...
Take a look at the replay there. As Stefan Gliwa just bowled through the line, got a hold of Kucha's leg, and was just finished off there. Oh, I'm sorry, rather, was that Jeremy Pescato, rather? Apologize.
So now Mounties have a 2nd and 17 here.
That'll probably go as a half sack to each player. Nice play.
Kucha with the handoff gives it to
it's number 36.
Number 36, Chad Adi. Haven't seen him run the ball yet today. Nice run, you know. Not too bad. Coach Port giving some defensive instruction down there.
If his middle name was Cup, he'd be Chad Cup-A-D.
Good one. Oh, wow. Brings up 3rd and 14 now. 3-yard gain on that run on the...
Port giving direction to his defense.
We're just at the 1-minute mark here now.
Shibley into the game on defense here. He's playing corner on, he'll be guarding number 88.
Kucha, there's a handoff to Adi again. That's a nice run. He's got some blocking, and that's a great run.
Chad Cup-A-D breaking through. Nice run.
Very nice run. He's a very strong back, Dom, and he just ran over some Viking players to get a first down.
Nice job by Adi.
First down for the Mounties here on the Vikings 39-yard line.
Coleman wants his team to hurry up here with just 50 seconds remaining, looking to get a score. They know that Hazlitt deferred to the second half.
Well, let's hope the Vikings can hold them off and
yes, indeed,
not let them punch it in.
Nice run there by Adi.
Got Adi and Markell in the backfield. Looking to throw. Kucha's got time.
Number 80. Nice coverage. Nice coverage by Nick Shibley as the ball was overthrown. We'll take a replay of the last run by Chad Adi as he broke through, eluded Wayne Butler, and rumbled forward, finally brought down by Nick Shibley along with Ryan Walker.
Even though, Dom, I'm going to have to say, you know, this is a young team, I'm very impressed with their running back so far.
Yes, they have a trio of backs that many teams would like to have. It's one of the bright spots for Dick Comer.
So we have 2nd and 10 now with 32 seconds left here in the first half. And Kucha looking to throw here.
Kucha big.
He's got number 80. He throws it up for grabs. Shibley's back there. He picks it off. Nick Shibley, great coverage. Right place, right time. Wouldn't you say?
Quarterback doing it all here tonight, Andy. Excellent read on the interception. Ball was underthrown. Shively had time to gain his footing. Lunge for the ball. Came down with it. Nice play by Nick Shively. Take a look at the replay there. And as I'm sure the Vikings will just take a knee here, run off the rest of the 24 seconds. As you see Kucha drop back to pass. Aired it out. Not a lot on the ball, as it was short of the intended receiver, number 80, Matt Powell, right into the hands of Nick Shively.
I'm gonna have
nice
to
defensive stand again by the Vikings.
I'm gonna have to say that was probably an ill-advised pass there, Dom. I think he should have probably just taken the sack for
well,
a
you
couple
do have 30
loss.
seconds in. You got time for a couple
that
sideline
is
patterns.
true.
And I'm sure the Vikings will take a knee here to run out half. Okay.
So with 25 seconds to go here in the first half, Vikings lead 14-0. Looks like they're just going to run the clock out here.
It's Eric.
Nice run.
Nice run by Peter.
Ball up to the 20-yard line.
It's about a 16-yard gain for Peter, or
Peter Eric.
10-yard gain rather.
Ball is at 20.
Actually, the Vikings are going to a no huddle here. Spiking the ball, possibly looking for gain something on at the end of the half here.
Now I'll stop the clock with 17 seconds left, and I'm going to have to say the Vikings are looking very, very good today.
They're not on top of their game as most teams aren't at the first game of the year, but definitely they're getting there.
With key losses, you know, with those seniors, you know, I think the people who had to come in and step it up are filling in pretty nicely.
Yeah, a lot of heart on this team. Okay.
There's a run by Hinman again. He is doing
nice job by Hinman.
He's just doing great. There's
And
8
that'll do it
seconds
for the
left,
first
and
half.
it looks like they're going to try to spike the ball, get a playoff. Outlewski's yelling on the sidelines. They're just going to let the clock run out. And that'll do it for the second quarter. With your Vikings leading 14-0 over the visiting Jackson Mounties. We're going to go down to Lawton now with an interview. Lawton?
Thanks, Andy. I'm standing down on the field with probably Hazlitt's most dedicated fan tonight. This is Michelle Smith. She's on the girls' basketball team. Michelle, how are you doing tonight?
I guess okay for, you know.
Now, you got to tell us how you messed up the ankle.
I was doing Mykins today at practice, and I just fell and it snapped, and so I'm here today.
That's not good news. Now, are you excited about Hazlitt Viking football this fall?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Really,
Now, how excited are you?
really excited. Like, we went to the Dome last year. We didn't make it, but we'll be there again this year, I think.
Okay. And any predictions for this year's upcoming girls basketball?
We're gonna be really good. We're gonna win the districts again this year. So it'll be
great. Well, thank you very much, Michelle. Now we'll swing it back upstairs to Andy and Dominic.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks, Lawton. I'm going to have to say that is a very dedicated Hazlitt Viking fan right there with Michelle Smith. And so far, Dom, how would you say both teams are faring right now?
Well, definitely the edges to Hazlitt, not just on the scoreboard, but they've controlled the flow of the game, I think, offensively and defensively. Their offense was a bit slowed here in the second quarter, but you saw Jackson has gotten inside the Vikings' territory 2 different times, but with an inexperienced quarterback like Joe Kucha, you just can't depend on going to the air for scores a lot. You got to depend on Bannister, you got to depend on a D, and you got to depend on your star Markel.
Well, they're going to have to do definitely something here to get a spark going because they can't afford to fall too far behind anymore.
Well, Vikings will receive to start the half. Mounties are going to have to make a defensive stop quick. As you see in the bottom portion of your screen, the Jackson Northwest cheerleaders.
And we'll be back shortly here on TV25 Sports with the start of the second half.
Got me what you need to find a seat in the bleachers. Thank you very much for cooperating with us about this.
Welcome back to TV25. Start of the third quarter for the Hazlitt Vikings versus Jackson and Northwest Mounties, with your Vikings leading 14-0. And Dom, I wonder if the Vikings are going to be able to continue to dominate like they did in the first half.
Well, I don't really see anything that Jackson has that they wouldn't have already shown that could actually stop this Viking offense or possibly move through their defense with.
So the Vikings will
Vikings deferred at the beginning.
So they will receive here.
Yes, they will.
Back deep is
number 5, Gabe Cedillo will kick off for Jackson.
Alex Williams, and
that'd be Peter Ehrig and number 20, Joe Gutsky. Deep for the Vikings.
Get set here for the second half of play. There's a kick. Kicks it away from all the Vikings.
That's going to be a legal procedure,
It'll
Andy.
be out of bounds, and looks like there is a flag on the play.
Ball will probably will be moved up to the 35-yard line here, I believe.
Vikings will take over 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line.
Luski has a few words with junior running back Adam Hinman and kick returner Alex Williams and defensive back.
So here we go, starting the second half now. Your Vikings leading 14-0. Shibley looks over the defense. There's a throw, there's movement off sides.
That's going to be number 58, Calvin Myers. I believe he jumped.
That's something Aluski probably doesn't really want to start off with as a penalty right here in the
just go through halftime. You got to stay focused here to start the second half.
That's right, because in reality it is only 14-0. I mean, anything can happen here in the second half.
Interception, return for a touchdown. We got a one-possession game, so Vikings got to stay focused here. Miscue by Calvin Myers.
Shively trying to draw the defense off sides. There's a handoff. And continually, you know, through the first half and looks like into the second half, Peter Ehrig, you know, they're keying on him especially again.
Yeah. Pete unable to find the gap yet. It's only a matter of time. Still, you give Peter Ehrig the football that consistently, he's going to get you first downs, that kind of back. Going to bring up a 2nd and long here for Hazlitt.
Shively trying to draw the Mounties offside. There's a handoff to Hinman again, and he's been running very well tonight. Gains
Adam Hinman picks up about near 5 yards there. We'll bring up a 3rd and long for the Vikings, and possibility of seeing the arm of Nick Shively go to work once again. He was 4 for 9 in the first half. And also the touchdown pass to Ryan Walker.
I hate to tell you this, but you're lost. Please come to the 2nd level of the press box and tell us who you are and where you are.
Shively under center, checks the defense over, 3-back set. Looking here to throw, rolls out to the right. Looks to throw, he's got a man open. It's Hinman. That's a great gain right there, Dom.
Yeah. Nice job to sneak up field by Adam Hinman.
Just when you think the Mounties had him pinned to the wall, you know, there comes out with a great big gain right there.
Well, unbelievable first impression here tonight for Adam Hinman. Really played a fine game. Nice. Take a look at the replay there on a nice pass by Shively. Deep drop. Fires right over the middle to an open Adam Hinman. Had time to put the ball away, protect it, go down. Nice gain for the Vikings. Inside the 40-yard line.
One thing they're doing also, especially with passing, they're making their passes when they need them, and they're completing them.
I agree, Andy. Good point.
There's a handoff, and it's to Pete, and he's got some blockers. He's running. Oh, tripped up by the grass, but a great run by Pete.
That play really demonstrates the speed of Peter Ehrig when he gets some room. He's very explosive. Nice run by Ehrig. Very nice.
Pete's, you know, he's not exactly one of those types of runners that explodes right from the get-go. He needs a little going, but when Pete gets going, he's gone.
Unlike Logan probably had the tenacity to shoot the gap great, but I think really Peter Ehrig is just, he's got it all. He can receive, he can play quarterback if an emergency arises, like last year in the state title game. A tremendous asset to the team. Definite all ICL selection.
Be 1st down and 10 on the 19 now for the Vikings. Shively looking to hand off again. Gives it to Inman. He breaks some tackles.
Inman stretching forward again here. The Vikings plow down near the 10-yard line of Jackson.
Down inside the 9-yard line.
Just Pretty balanced attack from all the running backs that Hazlitt's been throwing into the mix. They're all been running very well.
Yeah, Eric, Boyce, Hinman, Murray's been running well.
And the thing that's hurting Jackson right now, without them getting the spark, you know, their defense is not really doing the job. They need to get the offensive
defense obviously
side of back on the ball.
Let down here.
There's another run. He breaks free. Touchdown, Vikings. Ben Murray.
Nice run by Murray.
Great hole opened up again. Great solid.
Another great fake. He faked the sweep. Murray ran it right up the gut. Punched it in over the goal line. 20-0 Hazlitt.
Great solid blocking again downfield.
And you gotta wonder where the minds of Jackson are right now. They're obviously overmatched here tonight as J.J. Danhoff will take the extra point. Attempt the extra point, excuse me.
JJ's kick is up. And it is good.
Dead solid, perfect all night for JJ. 21-0 Hazlitt. Another fine drive to start off the second half by the Vikings. We're going to take a look at the replay on the touchdown by Ben Murray. Another great fake by Shiley. Murray cuts back in through the middle and just dives, lunges over for the touchdown.
We're going to go down to Lawton, who's with Logan Barnhart and Mark Stocker.
Thanks, Andy. I'm standing down here on the sidelines with ex-Viking football captains Logan Barnhart and Mark Stocker. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing great.
Great. I want to ask you a question. What do you expect from the Vikings team this year? They got a 21-point lead already. What do you think?
Well, I think this passing game's looking good. And I think since we're opening up the pass, it's going to open up a lot for the Vikings, and we're going to go just as far as we did last year if the team keeps how they're doing.
And Mark, what is the difference between this year's team and last year's team that you played on?
Whole new line, offense and defense, because everybody graduated, so they're smaller, but they're a lot quicker. So hopefully that'll help them out in this year. So
great. Thanks a lot, guys. Yeah, thank you. We'll take it back upstairs.
Thanks, Lawton. Great interview now with great back that Hazlitt had last year, Logan Barnhart. Mark Stocker.
Definitely a couple of heroes from last year's state title finalist, Hazlitt Viking team. Mark Stocker will not soon be forgotten on defense, as will Logan Barnhart on both sides of the ball.
JJ gets set to kick the ball off. Deep to number 20, Joe Hine. He's got some running room, and he is planted.
Excellent tackle there by number 23, Chris Colpine, the junior.
Not to take anything away from the seniors, but it seems like a lot of the juniors
are making some names for themselves tonight.
Yep.
Well, Chris Colpine was brought through the system mainly as a running back, teaming with Adam Hinman, them being the same class level, and really displayed. He's got underrated hitter. And boy's got some muscle on him.
Bring up first down and 10 on the 20-yard line for the Mounties. They need to start getting something going, Dom. It's time's ticking away.
They do. Got a feel for Kucha.
Kucha, there's a handoff to, it looked like it was Markel.
I believe that was a D on the carry there. He plowed forward for about 2 yards.
The second and 8 now on the 22.
I think you're going to try to see Kucha try to connect with his number 1 target, either Chris Sharp or try like another rollout pass to Jake Markel here. Those have been effective so far tonight. We'll see what he does.
Kucha trips up a little bit looking to throw. He doesn't have anyone open. He just throws it up. Ill-advised. Oh. Great tipped away by Nick Shively.
Nice like triple coverage there for Hazlitt. Nice bat away by quarterback Nick Shively. Once again, doing it on both sides of the ball.
Kucha slipped up there a little bit, but still another ill-advised pass, and that's been hurting them tonight.
Well, now he's kind of looking towards desperation, Andy. He knows his team's down 21 points. He's feeling the pressure, but he's got to realize this team was a state finalist last year, and you're on the road. It's your first game. He seems like he has all the tools. It's just going to take a little time.
Take a while to develop, yeah.
He's a good young player.
So with 3rd and 8 now, see if Kucha tries something tricky here.
Mark Hopwood into the game. I'm sorry, Shively rather at corner.
Cochise heavy rush, throws it. Oh.
Off the hands of number 82, Andy Volk. Oh, nice pursuit by Ryan Walker, 2 on the coverage. Nearly had himself an interception. Just was turned around, though. Be 4th down here, and once again, Jackson will be forced to punt. Nice job by the Viking D.
Number 28, Alex Williams, is D for the Vikings.
Amber Ben from Jackson. Please come over to the front of the 2 buses down the end zone and meet your friends, please. Thank you.
Brandon Dutcher into the game on defense.
Number 11, Corey Kearns, ready to punt.
Block on him.
There's a Pooch punt. Nice punt, goes out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 39-yard.
Go out of bounds on the 49-yard line, and Hazel will take over 1st and 10.
Not a very good punt there by kicker. Was that Cedillo, Andy? Did you catch that?
I believe so.
With a punt. Looks like it might have hit it off the end of the foot. That's why it curled out of bounds. And Vikings, again, with great field position, as Coach Porch has to fire up the squad. Put the game away right now.
Vikings will take over 1st and 10 on the 49 here with 8:04 left to go. Shively under center. Hands it off to Peter Ehrig. On a great run there, wouldn't you say, Dom?
Nice run by shooting the gap by Peter Ehrig. Excellent run. Senior carrying the team downfield again. Very impressed with Peter Ehrig tonight.
Vikings moving the ball nicely. Jackson seems unable to stop them.
Oh. Not many teams are going to be able to stop Ehrig. Or Hinman, for that matter, the way he's running tonight.
Speaking of Hinman, there he is, off and running. Another nice run there by the junior, Adam Hinman. Picks up about 4 or 5 yards.
Nice pursuit there by the Jackson Northwest defense on Hinman. Not to take anything away from his fine run. Bring up a 2nd and 4 here for the Vikings as Hinman picked up 6 after the Ehrig first down. And there's a timeout on the field.
Looks like a timeout for Jackson. With 7:18 left to go here in the 3rd quarter, your Vikings lead 21-0. And
well, Andy, we're kind of seeing the same thing that we saw at the beginning of the game. Hazlitt's dictating on both sides of the ball. I guess it's what you have. Hate to keep saying the word, but experience.
That is true.
That's what it is.
And especially, for first-year coach
Dick Comar.
Yeah, especially, I mean, this must be pretty tough for him, but I mean, they got lots of games left, and his boys will learn to mature.
Well, when you're at the professional level, like Comar has been, and in the college level, you understand the rebuilding process and what it takes to build a winner. And I'm sure that's what he's trying to do here with Jackson. Dick Comar's not at fault at all. It's just his team's just overmatched tonight, plain and simple. So we see Jackson try to rejuvenate, get a little water, as Hazlitt's running the ball down the field.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 4 now for the Vikes. Shively walks up to the line, slowly eyeing the defense. Looks like they're showing blitz. Shively with the hard count. Oh, there's a jump.
That was Walker there.
Number 40, Ryan Walker there in the jump.
First mistake of the night for senior Ryan Walker. Just a little too anxious to get off the line. Possibly a play to him. We don't know if it's a false start against Hazlitt.
We're going to go down to Lawton, who's on the field with some seniors. Lawton?
Thanks, Andy. I'm standing down on the sidelines here with several Hazlitt seniors, preferably Melissa and Goldis. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Great. Now, we're leading 21-0 here. What do you think? What do you expect this season from these Vikings?
I think we're going to have a really great season. We're going to make it back to Silverdome, and we're going to win.
And how excited are you for this season to be coming up here?
It's awesome. We're senior year. We're so proud of them. They're awesome.
What are you guys' plans for next year?
California for me.
California and
State.
Going to be a Spartan. Cool. Now back up to you guys.
What a great run there by Peter Ehrig.
Unbelievable, Peter Ehrig. Unbelievable moves about the 15-yard line. He cut back outside, ran to the corner of the end zone, and the Vikings take a 27-0 lead. Peter Ehrig, incredible.
Great run.
Thanks down there, Lawton, for the great interview. Hope you're able to see the magnificent run by senior Peter Ehrig.
JJ trying now for the extra point attempt.
He's perfect so far tonight.
Trying to put this game out of reach for the Mounties. It's up and it's good, and your Vikings lead 28-0 now. And it's time's starting to run out now for the Mounties here.
We're looking at 7-minute mark of the third quarter, trailing by 4 scores. And 7 years ago. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna take a look at the replay on the brilliant run by Peter Ehrig. You see, he eludes about 4 tackles, cuts back, going wide, finds the corner of the end zone. Unbelievable. Peter Ehrig making a name for himself. Well, he already had a name for himself, but he's really adding on to it tonight. Incredible player. It's kind of stuff you're going to be seeing all year.
So right now, I wonder exactly what is running through the mind of Dick Komar. I mean, he's over there talking to his players. I mean, game is starting to get out of reach. I mean, what can you do exactly?
Well, obviously, right now you're at the moral victory stage of the game. He knows this game's out of hand. Hazlitt's already taken over. Peter Ehrig's run there just about put the nail in the coffin. Probably wants to see how Kucha does. If he has anyone else on the bench, he wants to get them some work, a little game time, prepare for next week. That's about all he can hope for at this stage. But the team is pouring their hearts out, and you see Ehrig take position here on the kickoff. Unsung hero tonight, J.J. Danhoff, 4 for 4 on extra points. Excellent game for him.
He's definitely matured since last year. J.J. getting set here to kick off. Another great kickoff by J.J. That'll be to number 88, Chris Sharp. He's got some blockers. He's got some running room. Brought down by number 25, Chris Boyce.
It's a nice return there by number 88, Chris Sharp. Moved the ball up to about the 29-yard line, 30-yard line, rather.
And this is the kind of stuff that Jackson needed early on to get themselves into the game.
Well, let's see how Jackson responds to the 2 quick scores by the Vikings here in the second half. See if they still have the desire to move the ball along.
So I'll bring up 1st and 10 now for Jackson on the 30-yard line.
As we take a look at the crew on the sideline.
Kucha under center. Looking to throw, maybe. They need something to do. Hands off to theirs, 34. There's Markel. Has been quiet lately.
Markel with a little seam there. Gain of about 9.
That's the kind of stuff.
Close to a first down, rather.
That's the kind of stuff they need to do. They need to pound away with powerful backs like they have with Markel and Adi.
Well, you see, they got 3 excellent backs in Markel, Adi, and Bannister. Excuse me. And he's used him at times, but he hasn't used him consistently, and that's something I have to question about Komar tonight. I mean, Kucha this is his first start. He's aired out the ball a little bit too much. Made a few rookie kind of mistakes.
There's another handoff to Markel there, and he.
I think he got the first down.
They've got the first down there, Dom.
Wayne Butler's helped up by his teammate, number 44, Mark Hopwood.
Now that is definitely a first down, and now it'll be 1st and 10 on the 42-yard line, and Jackson has something late going here, moving the ball.
So let's go for some advice on the sideline to his player, Ben Brook, senior linebacker. Now if Markel and Adi and Bannister and company are to try to penetrate through the line, they're going to have to, or Andy Carpenter is really going to have to block Brandon Dutcher.
There he is. Kucha's looking to throw. He's got some pressure. Lobs it up. Batted away by number 53, Wayne Butler.
Excellent play by Butler. He didn't bite on the play action. Kept his ground with number 82, Andy Volk, senior wide receiver for Jackson. Nice play by Butler.
It seems to me now that Kucha is trying to kind of rush a little bit, trying to hurry.
He wants the feeling of a score. You can obviously tell that. He wants the touchdown pass, and he's rushing things a bit. And like I said, there's 8 games to go after tonight. It's going to be a long season for him, but I think it'll be better for him in the long run.
Kucha looking to throw here again. He has no one open. He's got,
Number 82 there, Andy Volk, had a step on number 54 for the Vikings. That would be Nick Devonen. Had a step, but ball was about 3-4 yards overthrown, unable to come up with it, and then I'll bring up 3rd and long here for Jackson.
I didn't see him there, Dom. It looked like he had nowhere to throw, and all of a sudden he came streaking out of the end,
that's
down
true.
the side. That's something
I don't know if that was a design play or...
That's something they're going to have to also use. He's a very quick receiver, and they're going to have to use him more.
He did have a step on Devonen, I'll give him that. Andy Volk's a fine young receiver.
So we have 3rd and 10 now on the 42. Now there's a flag. Looks like there may have been an early jump on Jackson.
I think so. I think might have been Carpenter there jumped for Jackson.
It is a false start on Jackson. That'll back him up 5 yards, and it'll bring up 3rd and 15 now for the Mounties.
Not looking too good here for Jackson. Now 3rd and 15. Breaks really haven't gone their way tonight, but you make your own luck.
3rd and 15. 3rd and 15. The ball's at the...
Some areas you can just use the Vikings' talent as an excuse, and there's some mental mistakes you really have to work on, Andy.
That's
that being one of them.
That's something, though, also, you know, being a young team, you know, they will make those mistakes, but that's something they have to overcome.
True. Markel here on the carry, taken down by number 30, Ben Murray. Markel with a gain of about 2. That'll bring up 4th and long.
And it's getting starting to get out of hand a little bit here, Dom. I would think they're probably going to go for it now.
I'm not sure, Andy. I think maybe they just kind of want to salvage a respectable score. I think you're going to see them punt it away here. That's just a matter of opinion, but
here's a look down on the field of maybe a former Viking out there in the nice little white helmet right there. He's ready to go. Give him some pads.
2 more years. They come up quickly.
Well, they are. Looks like they're going to punt. Corey Kearns back to punt. Alex Williams deep.
Nice high kick.
Williams running under it. Drops the ball. But luckily, Ryan Walker's there to fall on it.
Excellent play by Walker. Way to be aware of his teammate. Williams just overran under that ball, and Walker was there to protect the ball, though it did look like it was going out of bounds. But just to be sure, great play by Ryan Walker. And the Vikings will take over here on their own 43, or rather 35.
Vikings come up to the line here. Shively looks the defensive over a little bit. Snaps the ball, hand off to Pete. Eric gets about 4 yards on the carry.
It's a nice tough run. See with Peter, he gets those kind of runs. Anyone else would be about 1, possibly 1.5. He turns it into 4 or 5 yards, and that's the kind of back you'd love to have. Consistently on the ground can get you 4 or 5 yards.
I think also, though, with the advantage with Pete, though, helping with being a wrestler, too. You know,
sure.
Big, strong kid. Runs very well.
Very strong.
So bring up 2nd and 7 now on the 38-yard line. Shively hands off to number 30, Ben Murray.
Nice run there by Murray. Way to penetrate up. Very close to a 1st down. He shook off about 2 tacklers there and really dragged it all the way up to about the 45-yard line. This will bring up a 3rd and short for the Vikes. Nice run by Murray. As we look at the very quiet student section, maybe a little bit bored from last year's 12-0 start. Just a few wins, maybe to warm them up.
I don't know. They don't look too like they're too much into it. I don't know.
Yeah. Still a little hot, Andy.
That's true. There's a fumble. And then Jackson recovers the fumble.
Obviously a mistake there in the snap with center Ben Brook and quarterback Nick Shively. I'm going to take a replay of the fumble. I don't know if the ball was snapped early. Take another look at it here.
Looks like it
was. Shively obviously was not anticipating the snap. Maybe a miscalculation between the center and the quarterback. And Jackson gets the first break of the 2nd half here and take over in Viking territory.
They're deep in Viking territory too. They could punch one in here and make it, you know, kind of respectable down.
Yeah. There's time left, but don't see this team making a strong comeback.
Kucha looking to throw. He's got a man streaking downfield, throws it up. There could be, there's no flag on the play. There's some.
Oh, that's a good call. Crowd's upset for Jackson. That's a good call. If anything, number 28, Aaron Beach, I do believe that he pushed off there before the ball got there. Looked like offensive pass interference, if anything.
Jackson definitely did not like that call.
Coach O talking with Shibley about the play, but Jackson fans looking for something to get up about. Gonna take a replay of that. As you see Kucha drop back to pass. Fires the ball way downfield about the 15-yard line. You didn't see there, but 28 did push off. Nice play by Alex Williams. Good defense.
Kucha hands off to a D there. Gains about a couple yards there. Another one of Jackson's talented backs.
I don't really understand why Jackson didn't go to the back rotation at the beginning of the game, Andy, when there was still a possibility to get out in front or keep the game close. And a little late now. I think you're going to see more of kind of a sideline-to-sideline passing game, clock control.
Very true.
They have the ball at the 40-yard line.
3rd and 7 here.
Port screaming at his defense.
They got 3 receivers now, Jackson does. 1 back. It's a D. Looking to throw. Overthrows number 80, Matt Powell. Maybe a little miscommunication
there. Trick play there by Jackson Northwest as Kucha tried to fire a quick screen pass. I don't know if there was anything else involved in the play because the pass wasn't complete.
If you come to the door of the press box, you will be found.
Nice play there by the Hazlitt D, not falling for any of Jackson's desperate antics. But 4th and 7 here, so see what they got.
Look like an I formation there, Dom.
Yes, indeed, Andy.
2 receivers. Kucha probably looking here to throw. And he does. He's heavy rush. Throws it off to number 82, but he's going to be stopped short.
He is well short, about 2-3 yards.
Great catch by Andy Volk.
Nice wrap up by Alex Williams on the tackle. Fine play by the Hazlitt defense. They come through again. That's what I'm talking about, Andy. They make a mistake there with a fumbled snap, come right back. They don't even let Jackson get a first down. Very admirable job by Hazlitt defense. We'll take a look at the replay here. And you see Kucha takes the snap off the long count, was rushed immensely, and then got the ball off to Andy Volk, the senior, and it was wrapped up by Alex Williams. A couple yards short of the first down. Hazlitt will take over.
Seems like it's been doing it all game, though, Dom. Hazlitt's just been running this game. They've been owning the clock. And
yes, they have.
There's a pass. Shibley's rushed heavily, and he is brought down by number 75, Jeremy Vaughn, on the tackle. There's a little extra pushing and shoving out there. A
little frustration kicking in on the side of Jackson. Shibley rushed immensely for the first time tonight. Way to keep his composure. You don't want to do anything stupid here at the end of a game.
Yeah,
got the game to control here.
Definitely don't want to.
Gotta let that kind of stuff go, Andy.
No stupid penalties now, Dom.
True.
So be 2nd and 13 now for the Vikings on the 3-yard sack. 3-back set. Shibley hands off to number 22, Peter Ehrig. He's got some blocking. Peter Ehrig makes a nice move. What a great run again by Peter Ehrig.
He's the best. We got a flag at the end of the play. Flags come in. Not to take anything away from the excellent run by Peter Ehrig.
Great run again by Pete.
The way he moves his legs is just, it's unbelievable. We're going to take a look at the replay on a fine run by Ehrig as we look for the penalty flag situation. Take a look. Nice fake by Shibley as Ehrig just bolted right through past the 40-yard line. Almost ran it in. Just a couple of defenders there. Number 46 for Northwest caught up with him. That was Brian Snell. Is it late? I think it's a late hit we got here. I believe it's against Jackson. Yes, it is.
Oh, looks like we have double penalties, and they're both
going to be negated. 2 penalties against each team.
So that's going to offset that huge run by Pete, and it's going to be brought all the way back. That's a tough break.
This is really rough. I thought it was after the play, so I didn't think it would affect the run, but I stand corrected. That's a shame because Peter Eric had a fabulous run there. The unbelievable Hazlet athlete.
So that's going to bring it all the way back to the 32, and it's going to be second down again for the Vikings.
Second down.
So I don't know exactly. I didn't see the extra hit there by us, but the Jackson one, I definitely saw that one. Hands it off again to Pete. He rumbles forward for a few yards.
Just a couple yards. Eric's such a gifted back. Just terrible shame that fabulous run had to be taken away, Andy.
It's going to be about 3rd and 8 now for the Vikings. Let's see if we see some fireworks again by Coach Otluski.
Yes.
Shively comes up. Looks over the defense. Looks like Jackson's showing a little bit of a blitz here, a little bit of a rush. Shively looking to throw. He's got some time. Throws it to number 30, Ben Murray. Great catch and run, and that's going to be a huge first down for the Vikings.
Nice pass by Nick Shively. He was rushed a little bit towards the end, kept his composure. Just a bullet right to Ben Murray. Murray turned around, caught the ball, turned around, eluded some defenders, and pulled forward for an extra 5 to 10 yards. Nice play all around there. Take a look at the replay there on the 3rd and 8 play. Shively throwing off of his right foot. Murray cut right up through the middle. Finally brought down by number 80, Matt Powell. Excellent play by Shively, and a fine run after the catch by Murray.
There's a Jackson player on that play, slow to get up, running back to the huddle. That'd be number 46,
we'll
Brian
see number
Snell.
7, Lynn Hoffman, check in for Jackson Northwest as number 80, Matt Powell, take a breather. Maybe a little shaken up on the play, I didn't quite see. Vikings here on the 30-yard line.
Shively under center. Snaps the ball, hands it off to number 22, Pete Eric, again. Looked like he may have, could have lost a few yards, but he busted it through and gained about 3 or 4 yards down.
Nice scamper by Eric up the middle. As, by Eric, Jake Markel, using his shin a little bit in Eric's helmet after the play.
We have about 5 seconds left here to go in the 3rd quarter. Looks like the Vikings will just let the clock run out.
Otluski seems cool and in control as we head into the 4th quarter.
So at the end of the 3 quarters, your Vikings lead 28-0 over the visiting Northwest Mounties of Jackson.
Great performance here by Hazlet. The team comes off the field, pumping up the crowd. We take a look at a guy on a tower.
How you doing, buddy?
That is Pat Thalen.
Cameraman.
Cameraman for the Hazlet Vikings.
Does immense hard work for us, and his son Jeff Thalen plays for us as also.
Thalen, number 84, excellent receiver for the team.
I don't think I'd want to be up there though.
A little fear of heights, Andy?
Well, just a little bit. Well, I don't want to sound this premature, but let's hope the Vikings don't get a big head and try to throw this game away. You know, it's not over yet.
Andy,
12 minutes.
As much as I agree to you all night, this is over. I think Jackson's just playing for some respectability right now. Hazlet's in control completely. I don't see anything happening. At least anything is unforeseen to happen. Let's take a look at the...
We're going to go down to Lawton with Mr. Mike Duda. Lawton?
With Principal Mike Duda, and the Hazlet Vikings are going into the 4th quarter with a 28-point lead. How good do you think these Hazlet Vikings are?
Well, they've had an outstanding 3 quarters. I hope they can keep it up the 4th quarter. They've practiced real hard the last 3 weeks. I think they're going to have an outstanding team this year.
And we see several students in the stands. What type of support do you think your students have for their Viking athletes?
They were great last year, and I expect that they're going to be great this year. They've always been supportive.
Any final predictions for this year's Viking football season?
Well, we're hoping they're going to go all the way, just like they did last year.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much.
You bet.
We'll take it back upstairs to Andy and Dominic.
Thanks, Lawton. Another great interview with Principal Mr. Mike Duda. And we get set here for the 4th quarter of play.
Take a look at some Joe Kucha statistics. Tonight, Joe is 4 for 16 with an interception. He's thrown for 37 yards, 24 of those coming on the one pass to Andy Volk. He's been sacked twice for a loss of 18 yards. And Peter Ehrig approaching the 100-yard mark. He has 94 yards on just 13 carries, which is 6.5 average. Very good night with the touchdown, and who knows if his run would have been taken away. But
So we'll bring up 2nd and 1 now for the Vikings on the 22-yard line. Shively looks to hand off to, looks like Pete again there, Dom, and he's seen a lot of ball carries tonight.
Well, when you're the best around, you're going to get the ball.
Very true. Number 95, Connor McDivitt, and number 25, Chris Boyce check into the game.
As number 33, Adam Hinman, and number 84, Jeff Thalen take a breather.
So it'll be 1st and 10 now on the 20-yard line for the Vikes. Shively with the hard count. Hands it off to Ben Murray, who rumbles forward for 4 yards or so.
Nice dragging by the offensive line there to help Murray out to get about a 6-yard gain, give or take. Nice play by the Viking line there. Adam Hinman checks back into the game, and Chris Boyce will come on out.
The 2nd and 4 now for the Vikings on the 14, and they punched this one in, Dom. I'm definitely going to have to agree with you now.
Some partying tonight, then.
There's going to be kids running rampant in the streets of Hazlet. Hands off to number 33, Adam Hinman. Looks like he got the 1st down. Looks like it's going to be 1st and goal now for the Vikings.
Fine run by Adam Hinman. Picks up the 1st down, and we're looking at another 1st and goal as the Vikings try to approach the 30-point mark. Adam Hinman, excellent performance tonight.
Very, very good.
I know his mom Jane's looking on and smiling.
Very talented young man right there.
Yes, he is. Good back for a couple years for Hazlet.
Next year, he'll probably be the one carrying the load.
Yes, with Peter Ehrig being a senior.
Bring up 1st and 7 on the 7-yard line now. 1st and goal. There's Ben Murray in motion. It's a handoff to Pete. He just runs over.
Just stopped short of the goal line there.
Players.
Ehrig brought down by number 25, Aaron Beach.
And Pete he just amazes me. I mean, he just flat out ran over those guys.
Famous for turning nothing into something.
So we have a 2nd and 3 here with 9:40 to go here in the 4th quarter. Your Vikings winning 28-0 over the Jackson Northwest Mounties. There's Murray in motion again. Hand off to Pete, slips in the grass.
Tough break, footing might be a little bit wet from the rains that came yesterday. Ehrig just short of the end zone.
So bring down 3rd and goal now for the Vikings. And number 25, Chris Boyce checking into the game.
And Adam Hinman will come on out for a minute. Goal line situation, I really think if you're not going to try to roll out to Walker in the corner of the end zone, I really got to think you got to go back to Ehrig. Just punch it in. Tough break with the grass last time.
3-set back. Shively coming under center. Looking here to punch one in. Hands it off to Pete again, and he is in. Touchdown, Vikings.
Ehrig. Nice play.
And I think, Dom, that kind of just put the game out of reach.
That was a great off-tackle play by Hazlet. Peter Ehrig just demonstrating his tenacity here tonight. That'll put him well over the 100-yard mark and his 2nd touchdown of the night as number 22 rolls into the end zone.
Now, number 14, J.J. Danhoff on for the extra point attempt. He's been very solid tonight, Dom.
Yes, he has. See if he can go a perfect 5 for 5. He's also been excellent on the kickoffs. Great distance.
Kick is up, and it splits the uprights. It's good.
We're going to take a replay of Pete's touchdown here as the Vikings grab a 35-0 lead. We'll see Shively off center. Takes it off tackle to Ehrig, who dropped the ball, as a matter of fact, in midair, but was able to hang on. And the Vikings lead 35-0. Great run by Ehrig. Nice blocking as well by the Calvin Myers and company.
I would definitely think that would put him over the 100-yard mark today, Dom.
Oh, by far, yes.
So we get set here. Coach Komar Really can't say a whole lot right now.
Tell those troops to go out there and give it the best
give
you
it their
got.
best. And that's all they can do right now. Not a bad attempt, though. I mean, it's just the experience factor.
Well, Jackson's football program's just at a low right now. And it can only get better from here. That's the best advice you could probably offer a coach and his players. It's a learning experience season. They've been competitive in the past, and they'll get competitive again as they get set to receive the kickoff for the Vikings, leading by 35 points.
And that's one thing they also have to look forward to. They can only get better.
Yes.
We take a look on field. Take a look on the field. J.J. Danhoff is getting ready to kick off. Number 88, Chris Sharp is deep. Now we see the crowd starting to get into it a little bit, and
Magic number 35, maybe?
A little distracted there by some of the crowd members.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad
they stopped.
I'm glad they finally decided to get into the game, though. JJ kicks it off deep. Another solid kickoff, and that's going to be returned by Sharp. He's been pretty solid on kickoff returns. He's been getting them good field position. There's another example, rumbling up to about
nice penetration by Chris Sharp there, Andy.
33-yard line or so.
They got a few key players. They just don't have enough just to make it all mold together.
Very
But
true.
they got some individuals that if they work together, they could probably get a few victories this year. Gonna take a replay of that kickoff. As we see Danhoff got some excellent foot into that. Received at the 8-yard line by Sharp, and he cut up towards the sideline. Some nice blocking by his teammate, number 80, Matt Powell. And it's finally taken down out of bounds.
Bring up
nice return by Sharp.
1st and 10 now. Kucha desperately needs to try to do something. You know he wants to score, Dom. You can sense it.
Yeah.
Not just for him, but just for for the sake of having their team score.
For his team, basically, yeah.
There's a handoff to a D. He's brought down quickly.
They're going to call grounding on that. No fumble on the play, I believe.
Number 20, Joel Gutsky, on the tackle there.
Nice read by Gutsky as he did not let number 36, Chad D, break for anything more. Kept him at about a 1-yard gain as it's 2nd and 9 here for Jackson. Kucha gets the play there from Coach Komar.
Be 2nd and 9 now. Kucha needs something to do. He's throwing. Got some time, lobs it up. Alex Williams is there, throws it out of bounds. Good coverage, though, by Alex Williams.
Nice one-handed catch on the sideline by Peter Eric. Even went out of the game.
Can do it all,
can't he? Give it his all.
Brings up 3rd down now. And it's starting to run out of options now.
His number 74, Justin Foote, checks out of the game, along with number 51, Brad Hildebrand. Hildebrand played a fine game tonight.
Very. So Kucha looks at 3rd and 9 now. He's going to have to throw now. Hard count. It's the handoff to number 34. Jake Markell. We're almost forward for a couple yards, but it's not going to be close enough to a 1st down. It's going to bring up about 4th and 6 now.
Markell reached a knee there at about the 36-yard line. I think they'll bring that ball back just a tad. 35, rather. You see Outluski giving some instruction to his defense, Ben Brook, along with Eric and Murray.
He must be proud of his team. Not exactly the...
Number 30, Ben Murray, gets a shower from his friend Wayne Butler.
They haven't played the greatest of games tonight, but they have done they've done an excellent job on both sides.
They've done what it takes to win. That's all you can ask for.
And it is only the 1st game too, so we can only get better.
Plenty of improvement.
Plenty
for that for the Vikings available. Lots of room.
Punts it. Kicks it away from number 40, Ryan Walker.
That'll get out of bounds.
And that's going to roll out of bounds on the 40-yard line. So with 5:21 left to go in the game, the Vikings will take over. And now it's just a matter of the clock. Very excellent job tonight by the Vikings.
Good special teams tonight. You see number 53, Wayne Butler, coming in, and we have a timeout.
Looks like there's going to be a timeout for the Vikings. So with 5:21 left in the game, your Vikings lead the Jackson Mounties 35-0. And I think Otluski now is probably going to bring in the guys who...
he's going to bring in the second string guys.
The guys who don't get to see a whole lot of playing time. And there's some shots of some Hazlet fans.
Maybe he'll put them into the game. Maybe that would help Jackson out a little bit.
Back, another shot of Coach O.
It's number 23, Chris Colpine, joins the pack. Colpine, a good young player.
Got a very good, strong team coming up underneath, too.
Yes.
The junior class is full of good athletes.
A lot of talent on this team. Some say there's even more talent on this team than last year's team. It's just a question of intensity.
That's very true. I would have to say last year, I mean, it's only the first game of the season, but I would have to say last year's team was probably a little more intense than this year's.
Yeah. But intensity rises as the season
We will
progresses.
see, yes. So, looks like number 21, Zach Smith, is now taking over at quarterback for the Vikings. And he is brought down.
Smith had a little problem with the snap there, bobbled it,
but
able to hold on, though.
Number 52, Ben Littner, brings him down for a couple yard loss.
Talks with his offensive tackle, Calvin Myers. Great night tonight for Nick Shibley.
Yeah, very good night. Not only running, but he also did show that he can be a passing caliber quarterback.
Unbelievable with the fakes and the hiding in the
football.
football.
Very nice. Very different look this year.
Yes.
Smith looks the handoff here. Gives it to number 23, Chris Colping, for a few-yard gain. And it's going to bring up about...
Good to see Colping getting
11.
A few carries.
Yes, you always want to get your players in experience.
As number 26, Will Fidowa will check out of the game.
So bring up about a 3rd and 7 now on the 43. Smith with the handoff. Number 23, Chris Colping, again, another great run.
Nice run by Colping. Near a first down. We're up about a 4th and 1.
We're going to throw it down to Lawton. Lawton?
Thanks, Andy. I'm standing here on the sidelines with Okemos High School's hockey coach, Bill Cipolla. Now, what in the world is an Okemos High School coach doing amongst the Hazlet Viking crowd?
Well, I live in Hazlet, and my kids go to Hazlet school, so in the fall I'm usually at all the football games and girls basketball and everything, plus hockey, so it's busy.
Now, Hazlet was very successful last year, their football team, as well as Okemos. Looking at both teams this year, what is the comparison?
Well, Okemos obviously is a much bigger school, and they've got a good football tradition. Hazlet has an excellent tradition also, and it's great to have two teams in the area that are so well coached and kids that really want to play ball. So comparing the two, it's kind of hard, but I'm glad we got them both in this area.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much. Now we'll send it back upstairs to Andy and Dominic.
Thank you, Lawton.
Well, I don't know really what that was. That guy looked a little lost to me, but he's a good guy, though. I know who that is.
I don't see any ice out in the field.
Doing amongst the Hazlet Viking crowd, and he's like,
just kidding. Fumble on the snap. Smith falls on it. Well, looks like a little miscommunication there.
Possibly a few first-game jitters for junior quarterback Zach Smith here.
But he's also going to be a very good quarterback, too.
He's got all the tools. He's a fine young player. He's got nothing to worry about here. 3rd and 5. He's just got to relax.
Speaking of that interview, I'd really like to see Okemos and Hazlet go off square football one time.
Unfortunately, school size is prohibiting that right now.
Smith looks the handoff here. Looks like to Chris Colping again, who's running the ball very well.
Chris Colping is playing excellent here.
That brings up a 1st down for the Vikes.
Great run by the junior. Number 26, Will Fidowa, checks back into the game. Very impressed by Chris Colping. And number 90, Justin Salisbury, come back out.
They have very talented backs on both levels.
Yeah.
You know,
surplus of backs
seniors
on this team,
and
definitely.
juniors.
We should have them all in the field at once.
There's a handoff to Mark Hopwood, who lunges forward for a few yards. Another great run here.
Nice extra lunge there at the end by Hopwood.
Hazlitt just controlling the clock right now here with 1:40 to go.
Is that it? Number 21, Zach Smith getting back to the huddle.
I'd like to see Smith try to maybe pass here. See if he's got an arm on him.
Possibly out Lusky, wondering what kind of arm strength he possesses in game situations.
There's a handoff to Chris Coping again. He's met right at the line by a host of Mounties.
This time for Coping as he picks up about half a yard.
So bring up 3rd and 5 now with about 50 seconds left to go in the game. Lusky may haul out a pass here, see what Smith can do, but there's a handoff to number 20. Joel Gutsky, who he's running, he's off to the races. He picks up a huge first down. Another excellent run by one of the Hazlitt backs. And there's about 25 seconds left. Looks like the Vikings are going to have time for maybe one more play here.
This will be about it. Final play of the game. Very impressive performance here by Hazlitt here tonight.
So with about time's going to run out here.
That'll do it.
And your Vikings open up on a winning note, beating Mounties of Jackson Northwest 35-0. And Dom, this game was all about controlling the field.
Excellent performance by Nick Shively and Peter Ehrig. A terrible twosome came through tonight.
They just controlled the ball from the very beginning, and Jackson had no counter. But on a bright note for Jackson, though, Bannister and Adi and Markel, very quality backs.
Quality backs, but they really need to be used in better situations. Coach Dick Comar, I'm sure he's a great coach, but I didn't quite agree with how they were used. He used them sporadically and periodically throughout the game. And I mean, you got to start off with that. You got to penetrate, get some yardage, get some confidence going in your quarterback. Don't make him think he has to throw for every first down.
Very true. Well, hopefully this team will get better because they look like they could be a very, very good program.
Okay.
With the Vikings, though, I mean, it was all about Peter Ehrig mostly. Especially, you know, those great runs he had, the breaking moves, no one could catch up to him. I mean, it was just great. We're going to go down to Lawton now, who's standing by with Coach O. Lawton?
How surprised are you at this, or not surprised?
I'm not really that surprised. We worked real hard. We were actually very disappointed in the first half. I guess maybe because it's a week earlier than we're used to, even though I'm sure, you know, all the teams are in the same boat, but we were real sharp, offensively or defensively, so we got to get a lot better at that.
Now, what are some of your strengths and weaknesses that you noticed from this game that you're going to work on for the rest of the season?
I think one of the things, we only have one returning starter in the offensive line, and so early on, those things we weren't picking up the schemes like we need to, but they responded in the second half, so that's encouraging.
Now, how does this team compare with your last year 12-1 team?
I don't like to compare teams. I think this team is more athletic up front, a little bit quicker. We're not as big up front, but we're more athletic, and I think our backfield really could be more balanced. I think Peter Ehrig's getting used to the four-back after a couple of years, and so I think our backfield could be better, and we're much more balanced in our passing attack.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Coach. Okay. Good luck for the rest of the season. I will send it back upstairs to Andy and Dominic.
How you doing?
Lawton.
Thanks, Lawton.
Nice interview there with Coach Otluski. Vikings off to a 1-0 start.
Great, great job by Coach. Must feel good to, you know, start off on a positive note.
Yep.
And
winning in
just a very great night
fashion here, 35-0. Extra performance all the way around, especially on the defensive side of the ball. We didn't really talk about a lot tonight, but they played very well. Kuch is not one of the best quarterbacks around, but defense was there when it needed to be.
Very true. Well, we like to say goodnight and thank you to everyone. Tune in next time for TV25 Sports. I'm Andy, saying goodnight for Brian Town and Dominic Pecora.
Final score, Vikings 35, Jackson Northwest Mounties 0.
Good night, everybody.